Hi, this is Billy Tarasio from Modern Law, and today we're going to talk about narcissism and divorce and co-parenting. This is coming up a lot, more and more, and it's interesting. It's because narcissistic tendencies are seem to be coming up more often. All of us may be becoming just a little bit more narcissistic, but those on the far end of the spectrum seem to be getting more and more common, or maybe it's just that people who are married to narcissists eventually get sick of it, clue in, and get divorced. So what is narcissism? It's a personality disorder, and it's been around forever. The disorder runs on a spectrum. Over here, you've got people who are, all of us display narcissistic behavioral tendencies sometimes, and that's not a problem. Things like self-confidence is not a problem. Being, assured of yourself or recognizing what you're good at might be a narcissistic tendency, but it's not an issue at all. On the other end of the spectrum are those that really embody all sorts of narcissistic tendencies, and they are almost impossible to deal with. So these are the people that are classified as having narcissistic personality disorder. And these are long-lasting behavioral and cognitive traits. So they think a certain way and they act a certain way, and they do it consistently, and it affects their relationships. That's when you've got somebody who may be, really open to being diagnosed as having narcissistic personality disorder. So let's see, extreme narcissists who qualify as having narcissistic personality disorder are frequently, intensely, for long periods of time, exhibiting the types of behavior that comes along with narcissism. Their conduct is often purposeful and willful. Now, men outnumber women 2 to 1 on actual diagnosed narcissism personality disorder, which is not entirely shocking, and it doesn't mean that women can't be narcissistic. Women can be narcissistic. So how do you know if someone might have narcissistic personality disorder or be on the spectrum and have narcissistic tendencies? Narcissists are never wrong, and they lack accountability. They're experts at everything. They view themselves as excelling at everything they do. They're never wrong. They're better than everyone else. And no matter what is taking place in your relationship, if it's gone right, it's because of them. And if it's gone wrong, it's because of you. That is really difficult to live with long term, which is why so many people who are married to narcissists end up divorced. Narcissists always view themselves as the victim. Regardless of the truth, they see themselves as the victim, and life has happened to them, and people have done things to them. And if they've lost a job, it's never their fault. And if they've lost a friend, it's always because the friend has something wrong with them. Narcissists are experts at self-presentation. That means they come off as gregarious, charming, likable, and people like them. They do great at job interviews. They have friends for a very short period of time, but they really don't keep friends over a long period of time. And they are quite concerned with how they come off to other people. Their image is extremely important to them. Narcissists are driven to win. They desire to win at all costs, and they want to prove themselves right no matter the consequences. Now, in a divorce context, that means that they will not settle. They will not settle even if it's in their best interest, because they want to win and they want to appear as if they won. They seek vindication from the courts, and we know that the courts never give vindication. That means if we are litigating against a narcissist, we have to prepare to go to trial, and then we have to deal with the fact that this person is going to make a good first impression. And so we have to have enough evidence to show the judge in a very short period of time that this person really is a problem. But because they lack self-awareness, they will give you the evidence to bury them if you have a lawyer who knows what they're doing. Narcissists crave power, and they use games to gain the upper hand. Negotiating with narcissists is hard. You have to understand that you're in a chess game, and you have all of the pieces at your disposal to move and to play with, and you need to have a lawyer who has experience dealing with that. They're driven to maintain power, and they like to keep control over their relationships with others, including your attorney. So, if you are litigating a divorce against a narcissist, your narcissistic ex wife or husband is going to try to influence your attorney, the mediators, whoever you use. Narcissists are masters at manipulation. They're driven to have others follow their wishes and instructions. They want to be controlling. It doesn't mean they can't be bad parents. It's easier to be a parent as a narcissist because you can tell people what to do and they have to listen to you. Your children have to listen to you. It's harder to be a partner. It's harder to work with a narcissist. Narcissists have a hard time working with other people because nobody ever does it good enough. And they're going to be nitpicky, and they're going to find flaws, and then they're going to behave badly and then blame you for it because you should have done a better job. It's really hard to live with a narcissist. Narcissists exploit other people. They use people around them for their own purpose. Narcissists become enraged when they feel personally slighted or insulted. They're easily made to feel bad about themselves, and if they feel wronged, they are not open to negative feedback or criticism. They lack self-awareness. So they think they're amazing. They recognize their strengths, but they do not recognize their weaknesses. Their weaknesses are a result of someone else's behavior. Narcissists need positive affirmation. They're actually kind of insecure. They have poor self-esteem, although they would never actually admit it. They expect others to have their back and fulfill their needs and take care of them. Narcissists are cynics. They don't really have faith in others. Narcissists feel entitled. They are owed something by everyone. Society owes them, you owe them, their work owes them, everybody owes the narcissist. And narcissists seek acclaim. They want to be lifted up. They want to be recognized. They love being in the limelight. They're preoccupied with outward appearances like beauty, fame, wealth, or success. This is the person who needs to have the nicest car, or may even have more than one car. And even if they can't afford it, they want to look great, and they're going to do everything they can to look great. Narcissists have poor emotional regulation. They're quick to anger and when questioned, and oversensitive to criticism or negative feedback. They break the rules and violate boundaries. They believe they are above the law and the rules do not apply to them. Narcissists spread negativity. They thrive on spreading negative emotions, and they love to talk poorly. If you've left a narcissist, you are probably the victim of your narcissistic ex going out and telling the whole world how awful you are. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. So all you can do is accept that your ex is going to behave this way, and you have to figure out a way to work around it. Narcissists are bullies. They engage in verbal, physical, and emotional abuse. They do not listen and they do not care. They only care about their own opinions and their own goals. And many narcissists also display promiscuity. While some narcissists are capable of love, their love may feel conditional and be wavering in their need to control others. And they're always searching for something better. So they may be someone who's likely or more likely to cheat. So if you're trying to determine, is your ex a narcissist and why should you care? You should care because it's going to impact the way they behave in your divorce, and you need to be prepared for it. I've seen this quote somewhere and I think it's totally right on. If being married to a narcissist is hard, if it sucks, then divorcing a narcissist is hell. Be prepared for it. It's worth it. It's worth it for you to be on the other side, but they're not going to make it easy. And you might not even be done even after you get your final divorce decree. If you are dealing with divorce and a narcissist, we get it. Contact us at Modern Law. We can help. We've been there, and we have some strategies that can really help. Talk to you soon.